Frankly, I think that's the greatest trio to make you a good person, man or woman, that I've ever heard. Grow up with biblical wisdom and observing its moral laws, and get married and do good deeds. Then you'll be a man. By the way, in general, marriage makes men men. It's hard to be a man. I mean, you can. There are single men who obviously are certainly good men. There's no question about that. But nothing quite does it like marriage. That is so true. That big part of our problem, the men you describe here, loneliness, depression, pornography, those are three symbols of single men. I mean, you could be lonely, you could be depressed, and you could engage in pornography as a married man. I totally acknowledge that. But overwhelmingly, marriage helps in all three categories. The effect on women has been, except for the pornography part, the loneliness and the depression is even more obvious. We have more depressed young women than at any time since recording has begun of women's depression rates. That the price paid for this nonsense, which the feminists developed, I got to admit. And then the men went along of not getting married, or getting married so much later in life that you stay a boy. I remember, I've been on radio for 40 years. I remember my first years of radio. A guy calling me, and remember, I was in my 30s. So people calling me were in their 30s very often. Guy in his 30s calls me, Dennis, I want your advice. When I go out on a date, I don't know whether I should hold the door open for the woman I'm going on a date with, because there was one date she said to me, "What's the matter? You don't think I could hold the door for myself?" And I remember I said something to the guy. Listen, first of all, you should have thanked that woman for saving you money on a meal. As soon as she said that, you should have said, listen, given that's how you feel, I think I'm wasting your time and you're wasting my time. It's obvious that our relationship isn't going to go anywhere. If you think it's objectionable for a man to hold a door for a woman, I'm not your guy. That would have been a masculine thing to do. That's not toxic. That's strong. That's good. You hold the door, I told him. The fact that you're even debating it is not masculine. You hold the door for a woman. End of issue. If she resents it, fine. You don't need her in your life. But you do it. One element, I should really cover this. I really haven't. What is masculinity? I don't think I've done. Really? Take a look. Yeah. But I'll tell you one big aspect of masculinity. You do what is right and you're okay with being disliked for it. Wanting to be loved and popular is not masculine. How's that? Make sense? Oh, woman of the group? Yeah, she is the one woman in the group. What do you think of that? Well, that was important. I wish you well. Hope you get married. Okay.